Hello everyone, just a quick little thing I have to say. Obviously, as you may have seen, Dale Bennett announced his retirement on Wednesday. We want to wish him well here at SUFCtv and at Sutton United. So, during the interview, Jason Goodliff will be mentioning him in terms of the future. But just to say, Dale Bennett has announced his retirement at 29, and obviously we all wish him well here. So, on to the interview. Hello, welcome to SUFCtv's coverage of the previous show, I should say, rather than live coverage, of the FA Cup 4th qualifying round time between Sutton and Billericay Town. Now, this is an opportunity for Sutton to make some history in the Cup again. We had a wonderful run a couple of years ago, so what say we couldn't do it again?
It'll be Jamie O'Hara's Billericay Town coming here to Gannery Lane to try and get a shot there. They've got an experienced side, and they'll be really looking to come here at a place where it's seen so many great FA Cup games and see what they can do. But Sutton United need that injection of confidence back into the side, and what best place to do here at Gannery Lane in front of the home fans to get a victory on Saturday.
Absolutely. And of course, there's not much more better to get a win in the FA Cup. We spoke to Jason Goodliff today as part of our weekly interview, and we got his thoughts on Saturday ahead and the players that could possibly make some more important moments happen this season. Hello, Jason.
Hello.
Lovely to see you again. First and foremost, we want to talk about Saturday because everyone was very excited, I'm sure, to be heading up to Fylde. It was probably crestfalling for everyone to know that it was postponed due to issues out of their control. So how did you guys feel, and what did you do with the rest of the day?
Yeah, obviously it's a really unfortunate incident that happened near Milton Keynes, I believe. So just as we were about to board the train, they notified us that there were no trains now going out of Euston. So unfortunately we had to hang around for a while, hoping that we could get on an available train as and when. But it soon became apparent that it wasn't going to be open for quite a while, and unfortunately us, as well as Dagenham and Dover, had the same issues in getting to our fixtures, and unfortunately had to postpone them.
That's a shame. I mean, how about the squad? Obviously you've had to fill the time, and I'm sure everyone was, as you have been expressing, disappointed to know that we weren't able to go. How have you been able to fill the time in between then and now?
Yeah, I mean, we were obviously disappointed to have the game called off on Saturday. We felt that we were in a good place in terms of the squad and our fitness to go and get 3 points on Saturday. So we were disappointed not to have that game. But it gave a couple of the lads a couple of days to repair their bodies a little bit from the Tuesday game at Solihull. And we've had a couple of really good days training. So Monday and this morning, we had some really good training sessions, and getting ready now for the weekend ahead.
And so I'd like to ask about the effectiveness of the time question gets that out of the way. Obviously the squad, as you mentioned, has been getting a chance to refresh and be prepared for Saturday's game. Any news on injuries or people that can come back in time for the game?
Yeah, I mean we're pretty much full capacity in terms of the numbers that we've got. Dale Bennett's still struggling a little bit with a slight injury, but hopefully he'll be back with us soon. But apart from that, we're looking forward to having a full squad available for the weekend.
Cool. So obviously now our attention turns to the FA Cup, and obviously the league form hasn't been great, but this is a chance for the team to get a bit more morale boosting victories back into the town. So looking ahead to Billericay, what do you expect from them? And Glenn Tamplin obviously having a huge impact in the club in the recent years, but they've done well in the National League South. How do you see them coming to Sutton and giving us a challenge, I'm sure?
Yeah, no, well obviously the last couple of years they've been able to spend money and get a decent squad to the club. Obviously they've got Jamie O'Hara there now as the manager, who's got great experience in football in general, but obviously now in his time at Billericay, so he's cutting his teeth in management, but has had some good results since he's been in charge. Saturday gave me the chance to go and watch, so we were able to go and watch their game at Slough. Wasn't the best game from their point of view. They'll probably be disappointed with how they played, but they've got some very good players that we're very wary of, and we'll be making sure that obviously our players are fully prepared for what we're going to face.
Obviously, I just said now you've watched them play.
Yeah.
What I'd like to now, as a follow-up, what sort of threats do you think they can pose to Sutton? As obviously Sutton have their strengths, and yes, they are in a bigger league, but obviously that doesn't really matter. The cup form goes out the window. what sort of threats or possible players are we looking out for from Billericay Town?
Yeah, well, like I say, they've got good experience in the ranks. People have played at a high level. People like Ronnie Henry, who I've known from my days at Stevenage as captain. Good voice, good organisation from him. Alan Julian, Moses Emmanuel, who was here before. So a couple of ex-Sutton players that will be, I'm sure, looking to prove a point. But they've also got some very good ball players in the middle of the park. You know, Sam Deering. They've got Jordan Parks in the middle there, Alfie Potter. So they've got some real good ball playing. You know, and that's not missing anybody out. But you know, they're capable of scoring goals. They're capable of winning football matches, and it's up to us to obviously perform to our best and make sure that our status as a National League club is right on the day.
Alright, so obviously the competition itself, it may be the fourth qualifying round, but it's still the FA Cup. It means a lot to the town, and everyone still has the wonderful memories of the excellent run that Sutton went on in 2017. So for you, Jason, obviously you weren't at the club sadly when they were making that fantastic run. What does the cup mean to you, and what are your memories of Sutton United in it?
I think the good thing with the FA Cup, it gives everybody a chance. So whether you're the smallest club in the competition or the biggest, there's always a chance of an upset, and that's what the FA Cup brings. We need to obviously make sure we're not a victim of it on Saturday in terms of being the underdog upsetting us. But I think, you know, for us it's an opportunity to get onto a cup run. As the club's got great history of it, I still remember when they beat Coventry all those years ago. So, you know, I think the club has got a good history of winning in the FA Cup and good cup runs. It was only sort of a couple of years ago when it had Arsenal here. And obviously it'd be great if we could try and emulate something like that.
And your favourite memory as a coach or a player?
Well, loving the underdog is certainly for Wimbledon beating Liverpool in the FA Cup all those years ago. You know, I was fortunate enough to go and play for Wimbledon as well on their rise back through the leagues, but it's still very much thought of and held high by them. So I think that memory of them beating Liverpool in the FA Cup final was something special.
Fantastic. Well, I hope we make some more memories on Saturday. Thanks, Jason.
Lovely, thank you.
Well, the visitors here, as we mentioned, are Billericay on Saturday. Quite well known for certain Mr. Glenn Tamplin, but he has now stepped down as chairman of the club, and he was also previously manager. Jamie O'Hara will be leading the team from the touchline as he has been recently. So first of all, Ahmed, what have you thought of Jamie O'Hara being involved at Billericay Town, a name we know from the Premier League previously?
Yes, Jamie O'Hara had a very storied career in the Premier League and played for a good few number of clubs, likes of Wolves and Fulham and Blackpool as well in the lower divisions. So he's got some capability, but we'll mostly remember him for his time at Tottenham as well. Matt Gray, being a huge Sutton fan, will be very excited to know about that. However, in terms of his managerial ability, it hasn't looked good for him so far. Last 6 has been only seeing 1 win, but there's been a lot of draws, so that does mean that he has built a side that's very difficult to break down. They have a chance to come here and put an upset in, have some good players there too, but you never know, Sutton could turn up on that day. However, you can't ever count out the underdog, and as Jason mentioned, they don't want to be victims of the underdog upset on that very day. We all want to get into the first round, don't we, Tom?
Certainly, it would be fantastic for Sutton if we could do that. Billericay's form not so great at the moment, but as you mentioned when you interviewed Jason, form goes out the window when the FA Cup comes about.
Absolutely, and we are, as always, here at Sutton hoping to get into the first round. Now, we've been getting some thoughts from the players, obviously ahead of Saturday's game and what the Cup means to them. Obviously, we couldn't leave out somebody who was here 2 years ago making the big moments happen. The captain, Jamie Collins, and his thoughts on the FA Cup. Hello Skip, nice to see you again. What is your favourite memory about the FA Cup?
What, personally or just in general?
It doesn't matter really.
Obviously I'd have to say a couple of years ago when Sutton were in the FA Cup, probably the Wimbledon night was obviously a great night, and personally obviously the Leeds game. I'd also have to say when I was at Havant, we obviously played Liverpool away, which was obviously a fantastic occasion, so probably couldn't pick out the 3, so I'd say them 3.
Lovely. And obviously tomorrow, Billericay's a big game. What do you hope for something from that one?
Obviously a win. I think non-league clubs, it's a massive thing to get to the first round. Not just financially, obviously it helps the club, but for the players as well. You've got a chance to play obviously Portsmouth, Sunderland away. If not, you might get a lower league club and get to the second round. I think for a club like Sutton or any non-league club, the dream is to get to the third round. We've done it a couple of years ago, so there's no reason why we can't do it again.
No, that's it. Good to hear from Jamie there. You'll get to hear more about from the other players later on. Tom, obviously, you've been here longer than me. It's my first season here at Sutton. People only recognise me for my voice, but you've now seen my face, so get used to it. But anyway, it's great to be here, obviously, and I just want to say that it's fun this season, even though the results haven't been great. I would love to have been here Saturday, but other commitments mean he's the man behind the mic. So, Tom, FA Cup for you. You've been here longer than me, as I mentioned, and I'm sure this is quite a big deal for you. You were here 2 years ago when Sutton went on that amazing run to the 5th round. How much does it mean to you to be in the competition again this season?
I think I describe Sutton United, without saying too arrogant, as FA Cup royalty. The occasions we've had as a non-league team, I'd say we're up there with the likes of Blythe Spartans. The Arsenal game was just an unreal occasion. Like, you had to pinch yourself watching Alexis Sanchez play here, and that run was unbelievable. The last-minute goal we had against Forest Green, the 4th qualifying round, which obviously we've got 4th qualifying round game this weekend. I would love it to see a moment like that again. The 7-3 against Dartford, the attack of football we played a couple of seasons ago. It'd be brilliant if we could replicate something like that. And again, the Wimbledon moments, and you mentioned Jamie Collins, that moment he had against Leeds. The history we've got in this competition is absolutely unbelievable, and it'd be great for the club if we could do it again, and especially for Matt Gray. And the fact it's a home game as well, we need a home win. I think this is the perfect setting to get the fans really upbeat about the club again. And yeah, it's one of those perfect occasions, and with the history we have, it'd be great if we could just get more of those occasions here at Gannery Lane.
Cool. Well, Tom talks about goals, and Sutton have scored plenty of those in the competition in the previous years. So here's the top 10 of our favourites.
Beats, turns away from three play. Tremendous work there by Owen, going through. Good chance here for Aaron Dryden into the penalty area. Shoots it, and he scored! He scored! Aaron Dryden's first Sutton goal, and they're going to go through to the first round. Aaron Dryden has put the ball past Jonathan Moore. There are wheels and players all over the place.
Dixon onto McLennan. Needs to put a good cross in. Does do so! Opportunity! That's the winner! That's Rory Deacon! Is that the goal that sends Sutton United into the first round of the FA Cup? Manquan, back to Deacon, to Biano! A real superb finish from Biano. To start. Away by Smith, Bailey to Deacon. Can Deacon produce some magic? Oh, it's there! That's incredible! Absolutely incredible! A sweet, sweet finish from Rory Deacon has sent Sutton through to the third round of the FA Cup. Incredible goal from Rory Deacon. Robertson falls to Deacon. Can he get a shot away? Yes, he can! What a glorious finish from Rory Deacon! Deacon equalised after 75 minutes, and Max Biamu scored in the 90th minute And that's proven to be the winner. He flicks it on towards Fitchie, who sealed the victory for Sutton United. A famous win in the FA Cup third round. Sutton United of the National League have dumped AFC Wimbledon. Collins against Sylvestre. 1-0. It's there. It's Jamie Collins. And Sutton United are into the lead.
So I'm sure you enjoyed seeing some of Sutton's finest goals in the competition. Tom made a little bit of an error. They scored 6, not 7.
Apologies, guys.
Wish we scored more. So Tom, we have some also memorable matches in the competition. I've overheard for a few lovely ears of mine. That's Tottenham was a familiar scoreline as well.
Certainly was, yeah, by a 1-goal margin. It was a familiar scoreline to the Forest Green game we had in the 4th qualifying round. It was here, Rory Deacon just came in on his right foot, slotted it just off the post into that bottom corner. The crowd went wilder. I was in the commentary box over there with Tim Vine and my other co-commentator on that day, Tom King, and I lost my voice. I went absolutely, I think I was shaking after, I went mental after that. And the realisation that we could play Manchester United, Arsenal, well, spoiler alert, Arsenal obviously, we did actually end up playing, and that was just an unbelievable day. It was a very, very chilly December day, and when we were 1-0 down at half time, I just thought, is this too much for us? When we came out second half, got that early equaliser, I believe that we can do this. It's an unbelievable occasion for Rory Deacon, as he did so much during that FA Cup run, popping up with that late winner.
As you saw in our top 10, you may have seen a certain penalty that was scored by Captain Collins against Leeds United, and we've now come behind the goal that he put that penalty in. Rory Deacon, obviously a familiar goal scorer to Tom as well. That day for you, Tom, I'm sure was again one of the finest days in your career here at Sutton. How was that? How was that in terms of excitement and pure joy from a local team?
It's a nice bit of revenge on Leeds for the tie we had with them a long way back when Don Revie was in charge, and I think we lost 6-0 if I can remember off the top of my head. I could be wrong on that one, so you can fact check me in the comments like for Dartford. But yeah, it was just one of those days where you thought Cheltenham, that can get better, but then it did with Wimbledon. You thought Leeds, top championship side at the time, but Gary Monk ran the changes, and I got a bit of belief in that actually. I thought, obviously I know they were focusing on the championship at the time, but I just thought we could take advantage, and we just went after them. Deacon had a goal disallowed early on. I thought, oh, could this be our day with goals being disallowed? You know, Leeds might sneak one and we'll rue that goal not being given, because I felt it was onside, but we kept on going, got that penalty. We were just so resilient, and that moment when that penalty went in, sending the keeper the wrong way, just fans going absolutely mental. It's one of the best feelings that you can have as a Sutton fan. It just gives you that drive to come back here and want to see more moments like that, and that's the best thing about the FA Cup. It just gives so many dreams to non-league fans, where times can be tougher than the non-league, but you know, there's those moments you get when you get to play Leeds and beat them 1-0 and your captain scoring the penalty, and it was an unbelievable feeling. And the pitch invasion was absolutely mad. Everyone crowding around Dawes. I can't remember if it was Jake Humphrey or Matt Smith, the BT presenter, but they were crowding around the dugout and they interviewed Dawes, and it was an unbelievable day, and it's a day that something I love to relive again.
Absolutely, I mean, we all love to relive it, and absolutely, Leeds was a wonderful day, as much as Arsenal was, despite the result, a special occasion for Sutton United. We all hope for such a thing to happen again this season, but let's be careful with our hope, shall we? So, at the moment, we've covered everything, but we need to get more of the players' thoughts. So you've heard from the captain already. So we've picked up a few more thoughts from the squad ahead of Saturday's game, and also their memories from the competition. So, here they are. Hello Craig, a member of the 16-17 season. As you may know, you got there to the 5th round last time. What does the FA Cup mean to you as a player?
Yeah, it means a lot, because you can go out there and show what you can do for yourself and for the team. It's always good to go as far as you can, because it means a lot to the club and obviously to the team.
Yep, and your favourite FA Cup memory?
We played Arsenal here, obviously it was a big game. big crowds, we knew what we would do, and we knew who was playing against.
Yeah, right, cheers.
Cheers.
Alright, Carl, nice to see you. What's your favourite FA Cup memory?
Probably for me, when I travelled to West Ham for the FA Cup final in 2006 against Liverpool. I was in the squad for that game. So my best memory so far.
And what does the cup mean to you? How does it give you an impact to your playing career?
Obviously, I think it's a massive competition for all the clubs involved, especially for the lower league clubs to see how far they can get. And it's also good for the players to test themselves, but it's also good for the club reaching the knockout stages in the first round, just to raise money for the club. So it's a good club and it's a good competition to play in, and I think we'll ride off it. And just hopefully we can get around and then see where it takes us.
Thanks, Carl. Hello, Kenny. What's your favourite memories of the FA Cup?
Favourite memory of the FA Cup? I'm not involved in it, but seeing Gascoigne free kick back against Nottingham Forest, I believe it was, yeah.
And what's the cup mean to you ahead of tomorrow's game against Billericay?
My routine, just get up in the morning, whatever time I wake up, normally about 7 o'clock, 6, 7, cup of tea, chill, watch the normal routine of the Sky programmes, and yeah, a bit of breakfast and set on my way.
Cheers, that's it?
Yeah.
Hi Jamie.
Hi there.
Let's see you again. What is your favourite memory from the FA Cup?
I've got my favourite memory would be from quite a while ago when I was probably 18, 19. I was at Met Police in the Ryman Prem, and obviously when you're in that league you have to go through 4 qualifying rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, which in that time I managed to get injured, get a dead leg, save a penalty and go straight off after, and then captain the side for the rounds 2 and 3. Got through the 4th one, and we had a home draw against Crawley when they were in League One. Unfortunately lost 2-1, but we gave it a good go, to be fair. We was chucking the kitchen sink at them at the end, hit the bar at the post, just wouldn't go in, but it was a good day, and sort of one of them you look back on and think that was a nice run to 4 games, get to that stage, and yeah, it was a good day, that one.
Yeah. And what does the FA Cup mean to you?
I think it just gives you that little bit of excitement, that break from the league. It's nice to, it's nice, like you're sort of there to dream. You think, oh, how far can you get? You always sort of want to play against teams in higher leagues, see what you can do against them, and just see where it takes you. You know, like you never know how far you can get. If you get luck at the draw, perform well in the cup, and just see where it takes you. And it's that excitement, you know, of can we get on TV? Can we have a big game, play a good team, and yeah.
No, cheers, Jamie.
No worries. Thank you.
Hello, Sam. Nice to see you, mate. What's your favourite memory about the FA Cup?
Probably, it's not a very glamorous one, but we played Scunthorpe when I was at Wimbledon in the first round. We drew 0-0 at home. They were the league above at the time. We went up to their place and beat them away on the Tuesday night, so it made for a nice coach ride home. So that's probably up there. But I didn't have too much luck in the FA Cup with playing wise. Hopefully we can have a bit more now on the coaching side. But yeah, that's probably my one.
And what does the cup mean to you?
Now being on this side of the fence, it's a chance for obviously the club to get in the spotlight, to test yourself against hopefully some teams in higher leagues when you get to it. Obviously we had Cambridge last year, which was a good test. I thought we were unlucky not to get something from it, and obviously who can forget the season or a couple of seasons ago when the club got all the way through. So I'm hoping to have a taste of that now. So yeah, it's a good chance to play some different teams and to be in with a chance of getting some good draws.
Cheers, Seb.
No
Appreciate
worries.
it.
Cheers, guys.
So you've heard from all the other players and have their thoughts of the competition and their memories of it. Some nice ones as well. So it's time to go back in time now. It's 1989. We're not wearing the nice jackets we have on now, or those trainers that look so suave on our feet. We are currently embracing a time when loose cut jeans and big boots were the norm of the day, and it was a very, very cloudy and I'd like to think sandy afternoon at Sutton. They were about to play Coventry City, having just beaten Aylesbury United 1-0 in the second round of the FA Cup. It was a massive day. No one saw what was about to come up next.
And Golly, and Rains, and a goal! Evans, the left back, is the hero of Sutton, for the time being at least. Now Sedgley, and Phillips has made a run from left back, and there's danger here for Sutton United, and Phillips has put Coventry City level. After 52 minutes, Kilcline was stretching a bit there, and happy in the end to just get it away. Mickey Stevens takes the corners on both sides, so we could look for another good delivery from him. Here's Dawson. Oh, and driven in! And number 11, Matthew Hanlon, followed that in. And Sutton have done it again from a corner kick, bringing this little ground to life once more. And the Coventry defence was standing still. And there it is! Sutton United of the GM Vauxhall Conference have put out First Division Coventry City, winners of the FA Cup themselves less than 2 years ago.
What a day, what a fantastic moment for Sutton, and I don't think that's gone down in the memories in 2-5, has it?
Certainly, it's probably the best day in the club's history to beat a club the stature of Coventry, who just won the FA Cup very recently before. It's a day that I think everyone, if you go around the country, mention Sutton United to everyone, I think that's the game that usually springs into mind, and it's the one which, it's one of the most iconic FA Cup moments in the whole history, to be that much of an underdog and come through it in front of our amazing support. It's one of the best days ever in the club's history.
Absolutely, and of course, no, as balls come flying at us from the academy team. They're about to play Hampton and Richmond under 19 behind us. So we're about to clear off. But we hope you've enjoyed the preview show with me and Tom involved today. He's going to be the man behind the mic on Saturday because I've got some other stuff. Annoyingly, they've picked a great day to put a Premier League game on that day. So Tom's behind the mic, and whoever he can find to fish around with him for 90 minutes. Join us on Saturday on mixlr.com/SUFCtv for the live coverage of Sutton United vs Billericay Town. But until Saturday, from me and Tom, it's goodbye.